Welcome back to Indian Trace. It just so happens that today, as it is Monday, is moving day. I have to figure out the best way, and I keep moving forward and adjusting slightly, of documenting pieces that I'm moving forward. Either going to move them into a more permanent display, or I'm going to move them into another category where I'm able to, in my conscience, uh, give them away as a nice gift. It just works that way. So many of these on moving day, and this is this last week uh, of some of my top pieces of this last week. We'll look over them real quickly, make a few comments on them, show some groups together and some points together with some perfect lighting. But I've come to have to do this when artifacts are coming in, and there's just a real great success going on where I have to figure out a way to document them. So I've already photographed this group, and then I move them forward and decide and put a real hard thought about what I'm going to move into my permanent display and what I'm going to consider moving on or passing on, if you will. So that's what we're doing when I show these videos, and you'll see the name pop up on Indian Trace, like sometimes like I'll say it's moving day or what have you. Look at this scraper. It's a fantastic piece of quartz that I found this week. So anyway, that's how I work it, and that means that these pieces aren't going to be seen for a long time. I mean, I might take a look at them or what have you, but I got to move forward. I got another group came in today and came in through this weekend. It's a great piece. You feel this in your hand. Just a strong piece of stone that they've worked all the way around, and you can tell it was in somebody's hands, and they were just definitely using this as a scraper. Anyway, I've got a strong group that came in as we look at some of the groups here, and we'll move forward, that I'm going to have to work with. This Saturday and this Sunday were fairly successful days. We saw a little bit on this last video that I brought out there, but there was more to it, and yet I have to figure out a way to stay organized. Nice pieces right there, right? And what that entitles is, sometimes like last week I probably raked together approximately 80 artifacts. I mean, unbelievable. Just going and doing my best. I'm going to be running. I'm going to be covering the land anyway. So I'm going to pick up and I'm going to run right through some North American ancient Indian hunting sites. Look at this piece, one of my favorites. But it's moving day. So after I documented and took the photos here, I figured I might as well make a short video and move forward. It's a unique style I always like. Relief right there, look at that. And what better way to do it than possibly sharing ideas with some people out there and there are some people who have put a shout out and said, they're just starting to collect and they're looking to be able to harvest some sites and figure out where the stuff is, and that's really what it is. A lot of it's location. Look at this Guilford Yuma. Great piece. Found at the Falcon. It's not broken. Well, I guess over the last 6,000 years, this piece on the top could have been flaked off by a tractor, but I doubt it because this patina is absolutely uniform. So in making it, it probably flaked off, and it didn't hurt the commission of this point at all, because the patina is exactly the same. So I doubt it was a new break. Nice piece though. And anyway, as we move along, some of these are pretty unique. What's really interesting to me is that location is essential. Once you've identified an Indian site, it'll never change. It'll always be the same. And I promise you this, just mark it down. There's always more right where you are. I call it the ocean scenario. You'll go out fishing the ocean, but things are moving around underneath it, and you'll see a couple fish here or there. You might see a lot of fish jumping that day. You might see a lot of fish on the surface, but underneath that surface, there are a multitude of fish. And it's the same thing for the dispensations that we have to handle as artifact collectors. Look at these couple quartzies. Because collecting these artifacts, when we look at these and get a good look at these, just these, we're talking about thousands of years together, handfuls, 5,000 years together, let's say, on the most conservative basis. Look at these three at the top. Mercy. And then you peel that apart and you got, 10, 100-year sets for 1,000 years. So it's crazy because generations after generations of Stone Age North American Indians have been depositing their hunting points in this soil, right where I am, right where you are. So there's tons. There's an overwhelming amount for those who've lived here and occupied. Nice set of three, right? Nice Rowan here off the Vulture that had its own video. Here's one off Saponi, cleaned up. Seen that in a different way on the video. Here's one off Crystal Beach. Another one from Upper Plateau right underneath it. It's that little triangle. I don't know how close I can get and still get a good focus on it. Don't know if it's going to focus that close. There we go. Nickel gives it perspective. And that piece of quartz next to it is from Sun Hill, backside of Sun Hill. So all in all, there's this piece of sugar quartz, the only piece of sugar quartz I found. You can see it up close. So some of these will travel, some I'll definitely keep. 80%, 70% of what I'm looking at I'll keep. But it's always a mystery what my heart's going to decide upon. So anyway, it's moving day and I just wanted to show you this setup. Absolutely perfect to me. And those are the what sort of float on up and how I have to work it all. And give a good video to document this stuff. I appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. Of course, that right there is a great look at Indian Trace. I hope you find out there. Be well.